Hi everyone, Photokina 2016 Olympus stand, and let's have a look at the OMD E-M1 Mark II. We've been waiting for it and now it's finally here. The OMD E-M1 Mark II is the new flagship Olympus camera and it looks like a big step forward in comparison to its 3-year-old predecessor. We had the chance to have a hands-on with a pre-production version of the camera, and while we couldn't spend too much time with it or bring back sample images, it was enough to get an idea of how powerful the new OMD is. Olympus insisted a lot on speed during the presentation, so let's begin with that. The E-M1 Mark II has a new hybrid autofocus system with 121 all-cross type autofocus points in addition to contrast detection. The new autofocus system includes precise subject tracking with a dedicated moving subject algorithm. There are also new autofocus settings inside the menu that we didn't have time to dig into, but it is clear that Olympus has worked hard on this aspect. By the way, you may notice that the menu has a new design, but the organization looks quite similar to the old one, to be honest. Speed means 15 frames per second in continuous autofocus at full resolution with RAW files, and 18 frames per second if you select the electronic shutter. In single autofocus mode, the speed goes up to 60 frames per second with the electronic shutter. So while these new specs looks exciting at first, electronic shutter also means rolling shutter. We asked Olympus if the new sensor readout and the new TruePic 8 processor could overcome this limitation, but they confirmed that rolling shutter is still present. So the maximum continuous shooting speed capacity of the camera could have some limitation as far as distortion is concerned. But to be honest, 15 frames per second with continuous autofocus already sounds great to me. There is a new mode called Pro Capture, where the camera records 14 frames when the shutter button is half pressed, eliminating any issues with shutter lag. Concerning the design, the changes are minimal. The grip is slightly larger for better handling with longer lenses. There are more custom modes on the mode dial like the Pen F, and you may notice the different position on the strap lug on the right. The LCD is now a 3-angle type. There is a dual SD card slot, and slot number 1 is compatible with the UHS-2 standard. Like the E-M1, the Mark II model is fully dust, splash and freeze-proof. The electronic viewfinder has 2.36 million dots of resolution, 0.74 magnification, a 120 frames per second refresh rate and a reaction time of just 6 milliseconds. The new BLH1 battery should last 40% longer while demanding half the charging time of the previous BLN1. The battery charge is also shown with a percentage on the LCD monitor. There is a USB 3 Type-C connector, a microphone input and a headphone output. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten to talk about the sensor. It has 20 megapixel resolution and is a new sensor designed especially for the camera. Olympus claims one stop of improvement in comparison to the E-M1, which is partly thanks to the new TruePic 8 processor. It is a double quad core. Half is dedicated to autofocus system and the other half to image quality. The 5-axis sensor shift is there of course, and it is a new version. Combined with the optical stabilization of the 300mm Pro or the new 12 to 100mm f4, the compensation reaches 6.5 stops. Speaking of sensor shift, we now have a 50 megapixel high-res shot mode, but if you were hoping for a handheld option, we're sorry to say that it's still not possible. However, the new TruePic 8 image processor is capable of correcting the small artifacts created by moving elements like moving leaves on a tree or water flowing down a river. This definitely makes this feature easier to use, but a tripod is still required. Olympus also told us that a high-res shot mode handheld is their final goal. It still sounds too good to be true, but who knows, maybe one day the company will really manage to implement such a feature. In the video department, we have 4K video with Ultra HD up to 30 frames per second at 102 megabit per second. But there is also the Cinema 4K format at 24 frames per second and 237 megabit per second. The HDMI can output a 422 signal. Along with the camera, Olympus also announced several accessories, including a new FL900R flash, a new HDR9 battery grip, a waterproof case, a backpack, a remote cable, and a weatherproof macro flash. The price is not yet announced, but we should expect a higher price than the original E-M1 launched 3 years ago. The difference shouldn't be too big, however. The camera should be released by the end of the current year. Finally, Olympus is also launching its Pro service. It will be available for the E-M1 Mark II only for now, with 3 packages to choose from. One free that offers a 6-month warranty extension, and 2 paid Pro services that will include free repair shipments, loan during repair time, a system maintenance plan, and customer assistance with video calls. It will be launched in 17 European countries. There are no plans to expand it to other continents as of now. As usual, if you have questions, don't hesitate to leave a comment and make sure to subscribe. More hands-on reports from Photokina are coming soon.